Chapter 3. Through the Rocky Mountains. The ascent begins. The next morning, Lucky woke up with a renewed sense of purpose. The sun was rising over the horizon, casting a golden glow across the landscape. She stretched her legs, shook off the remnants of sleep, and prepared to continue her journey with Shelley and Polly. As they traveled, the lush countryside began to give way to more rugged terrain. The road became steeper, and the air grew cooler. Lucky realized they were approaching the Rocky Mountains, a vast range of towering peaks and deep valleys. "We're entering the Rocky Mountains," Polly chirped, fluttering above. "It's going to be a challenging climb, but the views are worth it." Lucky looked up at the towering mountains with a mix of awe and determination. "We can do this," she said, more to herself than anyone else. Meeting a new friend. As they began their ascent, they heard a rustling sound from behind a large rock. A young mountain goat with bright eyes and a playful demeanor emerged, looking curiously at the travelers. "Hello there," the goat called out. "What brings you to these parts?" Lucky smiled and introduced herself and her friends. "I'm Lucky, and these are my friends Shelley and Polly. We're on a journey to find my mom in Connecticut." The goat's eyes widened with excitement. "That's quite an adventure. My name is Cody. I know these mountains well. I can help you find the best paths." Lucky's heart lifted at the offer of help. "Thank you, Cody. We'd love to have you join us." Navigating the rocky terrain. With Cody leading the way, the group began their climb through the rocky terrain. Cody's agility and experience with the mountains proved invaluable. He led them along narrow paths and across rocky ledges with ease. Lucky marveled at Cody's ability to navigate the difficult terrain. "How do you do it, Cody?" Cody grinned. "It's all about finding the right balance and keeping a steady pace. The mountains can be tough, but they're also full of beauty and surprises." Facing a storm. As they climbed higher, dark clouds began to gather overhead. The wind picked up, and the temperature dropped. Lucky felt a shiver run through her as she realized a storm was approaching. "We need to find shelter," Shelley advised, her voice steady. "The mountains can be dangerous in a storm." Cody nodded and led them to a small cave nestled in the side of the mountain. They hurried inside just as the rain began to pour and the wind howled through the peaks. Taking shelter. The cave was cool and dry, offering much-needed shelter from the storm. Lucky and her friends huddled together, listening to the rain and thunder outside. "It's a good thing we found this cave," Polly said, her voice echoing in the space. "The storm sounds fierce." Lucky nodded, grateful for Cody's guidance. "Thank you, Cody. We would have been in trouble without you." Cody smiled. "I'm happy to help. The mountains can be unpredictable, but they also have their own kind of magic." Exploring the cave. As they waited for the storm to pass, Lucky noticed some unusual markings on the cave walls. She moved closer and saw that the markings formed a series of symbols and shapes. "Look at these," Lucky said, her eyes wide with curiosity. "What do you think they mean?" Shelley examined the markings thoughtfully. They could be ancient drawings or a map of some kind. Cody nodded. "The mountains are full of history and secrets. These markings might be telling us something important." Solving the mystery. The group worked together to decipher the markings on the cave walls. After some careful analysis, they realized the symbols formed a map of the surrounding area, indicating a hidden path through the mountains. "This could be really helpful," Lucky said, excitement in her voice. "Let's follow the map once the storm passes." Polly fluttered her wings in agreement. "It's like a treasure hunt. I can't wait to see where it leads." The hidden path. The storm eventually subsided, leaving the air fresh and cool. With the map as their guide, Lucky, Shelley, Polly, and Cody set off to find the hidden path. The map led them through a series of narrow passages and steep inclines. The path was challenging, but the group moved with determination and confidence. As they climbed higher, the views became more breathtaking. They could see vast expanses of forests, rivers, and distant peaks. Lucky felt a sense of awe and wonder at the beauty of the mountains. A narrow escape. At one point, the path narrowed to a precarious ledge overlooking a steep drop. Lucky felt her heart race as she carefully placed each hoof, her eyes fixed on the path ahead. "Take it slow and steady," Cody advised. "We'll get through this together." Just as they reached the end of the ledge, a small rock slide occurred, sending pebbles and dust tumbling down the mountainside. Lucky's heart pounded, but she kept her focus and made it across safely. "That was close," Shelley said, her voice trembling slightly. "But we did it, reaching the summit." After hours of climbing, the group finally reached the summit of the mountain. The view from the top was nothing short of spectacular. The sun was beginning to set, casting a warm golden light over the peaks and valleys. Lucky gazed out at the horizon, her heart swelling with a sense of accomplishment. "We made it," she said softly. "Thank you, everyone. I couldn't have done it without you." Polly fluttered down to perch on Lucky's back. "We did it together, Lucky. That's what friends are for." A night under the stars. As night fell, the group decided to camp at the summit. They built a small fire and settled down to rest, the stars twinkling above them. Lucky looked up at the night sky, feeling a deep sense of peace. "Do you think we'll find my mom, Cody?" Cody nodded confidently. "I believe you will, Lucky. You have a brave heart and good friends by your side. We'll get through this together." The journey continues. The next morning, Lucky woke up with a renewed sense of purpose. The journey through the Rocky Mountains had been challenging, but it had also brought her closer to her friends and strengthened her resolve. With Cody's guidance, they began their descent, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Lucky knew the road to Connecticut was long, but with friends like Shelley, Polly, and Cody by her side, she felt ready to take on the world. As they made their way down the mountain, Lucky felt a sense of excitement and anticipation. The adventure was far from over, and she couldn't wait to see what lay ahead.